Greetings. I'm here with your midday mobility break. You can do this seated in your office chair. You can also do this standing. I'll give options for both. If you're seated, move towards the edge of the chair. So you're sitting up tall with your spine, using the muscles of the torso to lift the spine. Bring your arms out to the sides and turn your palms out by rotating the shoulders externally. Keeping your neck, your head neutral, gently tone your core. And we'll do 3 rounds of shoulder cars here, bringing the arms through the center. Maybe you can bring the pinky fingers towards touching, come up through the center line. Try to not move the neck, head here, don't back bend. Start to bring the arms behind. As it feels sticky, internally rotate in the shoulders, reach as far back as you can. And then bend your elbows to take your hands up your back. Reverse, taking the arms out, back, rotate externally, bring them up overhead. Coming towards the center line, arms all the way to the sides. If you're doing this standing, second round, the arms lift, they go back behind. Keep your torso and glutes toned so you're not back bending. Rotate in, reach back, 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 bend the elbows, hands come up. And reverse, reach back. Begin to rotate as the arms come overhead. Cross the midline if you can, come through center. Arms at your sides. Last round. Reach back, rotate in, bend your elbows, reach, rotate, up overhead, and then bring the arms back where you started. For this next one, if you're standing, feet hip width. If you're seated, just stay up with your torso lifted again. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder without any strain. And then take your opposite left arm out to the side. Reach through your left fingertips. I like to spread the fingers. You can kind of play with the hand placement that feels right for you. Torso toned. Breathing up towards that left trapezius, left shoulder tightness. Inhale to bring the neck through center. Exhale, left ear towards left shoulder, right arm out at a diagonal. Actively reach through the right arm, extending through the fingers, like the finger nails could lengthen. Letting your breath explore the right side of the neck, the right shoulder where this trapezius muscle is, where the shoulder meets the neck. And then inhale, back up. If you're seated at your chair, interlacing the fingers behind your back, you may have to scoot a little bit more forward or turn sideways so you have space to extend the arms out behind. Or you can do this standing, fingers interlaced. If you find the shoulders are really rounding forward, it'll probably help you to hold a strap. You're just getting into that tightness of the front shoulders and the chest. Try to not back bend in the torso. Lift your hands up away from the hips. And breathe here, 3 full breaths. Last one. And then bringing that to a close, standing camel, or we can do this seated. For seated, take the hands to the pelvis, to the lower back. Let the spine move forward. Lift your chest towards the sky with a lot of tone in your belly. If you're standing, however works for the hands, they can turn down, fingers point towards the heels. You could have your hands at the sides of the pelvis. Shift your hips forward. Really tone your belly to support the low back. Squeeze your shoulders back like that last pose, chest to the sky. Glutes toned here. One more big breath. And then inhale all the way up to stand. And exhale, release. Last one. Taking the backs of the hands together. So we're moving from the opposite of where we find ourselves often at our work day. The backs of the hands together. The elbows might be quite high like mine. I'm tighter in my wrists. As you get more opening, you ratchet the elbows down while you keep the backs of the hands connected. Little wrist release here. This could be standing, this could be seated at your chair. You can hang out right here, or you can do a little pendulum back and forward. Maybe you find a place that is really juicing, where there's a lot of tension. You stay and breathe into it, or you're moving more dynamically. We're bringing on home with wrist cars. Arms to the side, palms up, elbows bent 90 degrees. Try to only move the wrists here, bringing the hands down towards the ground, in towards each other without rotating the forearms. Forearms up, hands up in the air, and then out to the sides. Down, in, up, out. Standing looks like this. Down, in, up, out. Switch directions. Up, in, down, out. Up, in, down, out. Move just the wrists, not the forearms. And shake it out. That's it. Hope you have a great work day.